You were born to do this.
Cześć, witam Cię bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Mass Effecta trójki w edycji legendarnej. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek. Dobra, napierdzielamy w te gaty. Gdzie on biegnie tutaj? Dawaj, gościu.
Welcome aboard.
Shepard, my crew. Perhaps there's still time. Hello? This is GÚRЬ. Does anyone copy? Hello?
We've got to go.
I pray they found comfort in the homeworld skies. Commander, unrest has spread further than I thought. You were right that I return.
Have you talked the civilian captains into staying?
Yes, they've regrouped into defensive positions around the fleet's core. If we hadn't stopped them from... Any aid I can offer is yours. After the Quarians drove the Geth straight into the Reaper's arms, I'd give anything to stop the madness of this war.
And that's why your people needed you back.
Of course. It's time we turned our attentions to those we can still save. Farewell, Shepard. Fly safely.
Commander, we've located the Reaper base transmitting the local signal.
Good.
And not a moment too soon. With the Reaper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
You sound conflicted.
Under old machine control, their processing upgrades are significantly improved. Observe.
A Geth processing signal. A single unit, I believe.
Correct. Now, 10 nearby units networked cooperatively. Now, a single Geth unit with the old machine upgrades.
That's a fully evolved AI.
Correct. As complex as the brainwaves of organics, indicative of life.
It is.
Commander!
Come on, Admiral. That's a living creature, no matter what platform it's running on.
And they will die when we destroy the base.
They allied with the Reapers.
To save themselves from you.
Whatever the cause, they're with the Reapers.
Despite acknowledging the Geth is alive, you take the side of the organics.
It's a moot point until we take out that base. The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way.
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
That Geth fighter squadron is still tearing through the fleet.
Can you hold out?
If that fighter squadron isn't taken out, a lot of our ships won't make it. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support.
Commander,
I gave it
Admiral
to
Anderson
reckless
is available on
behavior
Vidcom.
before. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
I teraz będę miał wybór, tak? Do zrobienia.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
To jest jakaś ważna decyzja, więc trzeba się będzie zastanowić nad tym. Na razie idźmy jeszcze do mapy i poróbmy jakieś poboczniaki. Bo w sumie nie wiem, kogo na razie poprzeć.
Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Maszynownia, dobra. Maszynownia. To na trzecim tym, nie? Nie wiem, na którym to jest piętrze. Dobra. W takim razie do windy i do maszynowni. Wiem, że tam ktoś jeszcze będzie, ale jest tylko on. Okej. Dobra. Co tam się stało?
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned about a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Edie and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes. I'm confident we can make the system safer. We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment. It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway. But we should take every advantage we can get.
I'll look for one the next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
No, nie nastawiaj się, że będziesz to miał. Winda, dobra.
Commander,
Okay.
there's a new message at your private terminal.
Niech co będzie. Dobra, mamy tutaj jeszcze jedną misję na tym planecie. Nawet dwa. Ale to było pierwsze, więc się tym zajmiemy teraz. Garus Italii, standardowo. Okej.
Commander, it's as we feared. Gas squadrons have begun massing on a path to intercept our live ships.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane! You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile Geth synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Cerberus conducted research on Geth-human interfaces. They called it Project Overlord. We monitored their transmissions. We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
You wouldn't be on the Normandy if I didn't trust your intentions. But why take me?
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not gonna...
I guess it just did.
Jebaniucki wyskoczył. Dobra, dawaj mi tych pajaców, trzeba tu ogarniać kolejne zadania.
This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
And what is turning off the lights due to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will destroy backup data. Consensus will be nullified. This server will be terminated.
The sooner this place shuts down, the better.
We are in agreement. We will proceed. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress.
No dobra.
Establishing connection to access point.
Teraz misja taka solowa będzie. W towarzystwie Legiona. No ufamy mu, no bo w poprzednich częściach był po naszej stronie.
Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
This form code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
No, continue to the access point.
Okay, I gotta ask, why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
And thanks, I think.
Okej. Co? Dobra, mogę iść dalej.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate.
Kurde, jaki quest.
Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Co mi tu przeszkadza, że to dalej nie mogę zbudować? To?
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
A tam gdzieś. A, tu się zbudowało, dobra. Zauważyłem. Znaczy w sensie nie zauważyłem, więc stąd przyszliśmy, tylko że tu jest to podłączone i dlatego nie mogę iść dalej. No właśnie.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
Dobra, moment, bo to już krążymy w kółko.
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01's circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
They are viewed through your perception. You see them as you know them now.
Okej.
You must disrupt the infection of this data cluster to continue.
Z tej strony już jest git.
No malfunctions. It is still capable of serving.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. proceed to the last data cluster.
Okej.
Accessing data cluster.
We've got escape gas. They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
We have no data on this platform's previous ranged armament capabilities. Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
No dobra. No jasno.
Commander, are you there? Shepard's working on shutting down the server, Admiral Ron. I can fill you in.
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
A druga połowa.
Talk to me.
We are not Legion.
Just give me the update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have reached deadline. You must continue. Warning, the Reaper infection has learned to self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disconnect the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Jak mam... A, tam trzeba było najpierw walnąć, dobra. Rozumiem. Dobrze, że tu się spać nie da, bo już bym parę razy pewnie spadł.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infections to speed. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Okej.
You must search
I said step away from the geth.
This is insane. We need the geth. You can't just destroy them for asking for us.
Time's up. Throw her into the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
A few creators attempted mediation. They failed.
Teraz tak naprawdę nie wiem, czy ja wracam, czy idę dalej, nie?
There is a multiple point of infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Okej.
Target the vulnerable points
Tu
of
jeszcze.
infection to slow its replication speed.
No, wejdź tu do góry.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. During which the creators declared martial law.
Release the rogue geth units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel.
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara. The Creators never formally ended hostilities. They have officially been at war with the Geth for 291 years.
Dobra, idziemy dalej, chyba. Mam wrażenie, że wracamy.
Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The outflow is down. Do not engage the geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining supernodes established. We are ready to transport here.
Okej.
Something's happening to the geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
No dobra, i myślę, że sobie tym zakończymy odcinek. Dzięki serdeczne za oglądanie, zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek i miłego popołudnia. Wbijaj oczywiście do linku w opisie. Cześć!